Hello guys, and welcome back to Just Life with Zaria. So yesterday, due to the dramatic events that happened in Cleveland, I was not in the mood to even make a video about my wedding and getting married during COVID-19. But all of those things happened yesterday. Hopefully they don't occur anymore. And yeah, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about how I got married during COVID-19 and how difficult it was, but also amazing it was. So I and my husband, we originally decided upon a date, right? And then we kept changing it. Kept changing it. Unfortunately, the things of the world started changing with us changing our minds. So what I mean by that is we got our marriage license. We finally picked a date and we went down to the courthouse. And this was in like February, towards the end of February, I want to say. Because I think my sister's birthday is the 20th. And we had went down there maybe that same week or a couple days, like a week maybe later. But anyways, we went down there, got our marriage certificate, our marriage license. And then we went straight to the Justice Center to go and, schedule a time slot to get married there. And we paid the money up. We paid a total of, what was it, babe? $80? $60. Okay. I think it was 40 for the marriage license, 60 for the marriage license. 60?
Yes.
Then we paid $80 because I paid $20 to get, $20 to get, like I said, we paid $80 total for the whole thing, to have the wedding at the courthouse and to get our marriage license, right? So you fast forward into March, the first week of March. That's when they started announcing that COVID-19 was, that the coronavirus, it basically made its arrival and that it had spread all throughout Europe. And they created this big panic. And then from there, it kind of trickled down. It started with it just being in Europe. Then it started spreading to America. And it just got out of control after that point. And then they started talking about, there was talk that they were going to close places down, but it wasn't in stone. It wasn't in stone until the second week of March. I know because my birthday is the 19th. And before my birthday, they had started closing things down. And we started watching things close down around us. Now, mind you, me and Dave picked our wedding day, got our wedding, the stuff we really needed for our wedding before we had everything else. There were some things that we still needed to get. And because they started closing things down, we couldn't get Dave measured for him to get a suit. We couldn't get him a suit. We couldn't get him any shoes, anything for him to wear. We had a hard time just putting everything together. If he was going to be able to get his hair cut, if his barber was even going to be willing to, because they were all being shut down. And so with that being said, we were literally panicking and we were like, you know what? We can't get married. We got this marriage license that we paid this money for and we can't get married because who's going to marry us? How we going to get married? The courthouse closed. We're not going to get married. And we were just going to let our marriage license basically expire and try to do the process all over again when Corona decided to let up on the city of Cleveland. Obviously, God had other plans because I am now married. And the way that this happened was I'm always a person that got a plan A, plan B, plan C, even a plan Z if it allows for that. I'm always trying to look for loopholes, little ways around things. And so what I did was I was like, okay, babe, we could either A, let this go and wait till it opens back up and let our marriage license expire, which is a dumb thing to do because we wasted money and we really want to be married to each other. Or B, get an Airbnb, find a pastor that's willing to not be fearful, and marry us. And so we ended up going plan B, obviously, because plan A ain't work. And we had to figure out how we was gonna get this man some clothes. How we was gonna get my husband some clothes. And we just looking at each other. So I got to searching online, got to going online, and I found his shirt. I found him some suspenders. I found his pants and his shoes at Kohl's department store, which is not that far from here. And I found out that they were doing curbside. So, which means you can pull up your car and they'll bring it out to you. You can't come in the store, but they'll bring it out to you and put it in your trunk for you. Okay. So, fast forward. Now we trying to figure out if he gonna get a haircut, if he can get cleaned up for the wedding. Luckily, his barber's been knowing him for like 15 years. So he was willing to do his hair. He's not taking no new clients, but he was willing to do his hair because he's a, a regular. And they've been knowing each other for years. So he was able to get that set up. I was still worried about who was going to do my nails, who was going to do my makeup. We needed a photographer. We needed a cake. I needed shoes. I needed jewelry. I still needed a veil because I had my dress already. I still needed a veil. All of these things that a bride worries about. And let me tell you, just because you have a small wedding, even if you elope, it's still stressful. I know I had 10 people at my wedding and it was still stressful. And I got married in a loft downtown, which was beautiful, by the way. Shout out to them. I'll put the link in the description of the place that we had our wedding at, the apartments that we got married in. Because they do rent out in a lot of other states too. But anyways, yeah. So I had all these things that I was worried about. I visually had to talk to my sister because, my older sister, because there was no way I was going to be able to get my hair done by a professional. Nobody was willing to do my hair. Everybody had on their post, they were posting on social media that they weren't even taking new clients. So I had not a, single helping hand in that. My sister I just told her, I was like, I want it to be natural because I'm natural anyways. And that she could just do a roller set in my hair. And that would be fine because my hair is really cute when it's curly. Cool. So that didn't happen, but I'll get to that. As far as my makeup, I got to searching around trying to find makeup artists. And a lot of these people, let me tell y'all something. Some of y'all makeup artists that post on y'all self-made MUAs and y'all posting on Instagram and stuff, y'all are very, very unprofessional. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you got all these DMs, and DM is the only option that you have to contact you, you see my DM. I see you looking at my DM. We get to talking, but then you don't give me any other information as to how I can pay you, how I can reach you, other than social media. Then you're not responsible. So I contacted at least 6 different MUAs, and people were just like reading them, responding, but not really giving me no meat and potatoes as to how they was going to even meet me where I needed to be met for my wedding. Not for no party, not for me to go out and kick it, not for no photo shoot, for my wedding day, which is one of the most important days in your life besides prom and you having a baby. And graduation from college and high school. Okay, other than those events, your wedding is the most important day. If you look terrible on your wedding day, you're going to look terrible forever. And thanks be to Jesus and our Lord Yahweh that I was not looking crazy on my wedding day because people failed to contact me. So anyways, I ended up finding a makeup artist who my best friend Tara referred me to. And her name is Imani Shades on Instagram, at Imani Shades. She does sell eyelashes and they are bomb. I will be posting that too. But she does sell eyelashes and they were bomb. And I had some on in the shade Honey on my wedding day, Honey. Okay. So they were really good. They were really cute. And her little box is really cute too. So anyways, yeah, she did my makeup. She gave me a natural beat. And it was beautiful. My husband loved it. Okay. I looked stunning on my wedding day. I got so many people on Instagram that just told me I looked so beautiful and I was a beautiful bride. Thank you, God, for just that. And it all coming together. But so she did my makeup. I I came up with the idea. I was going to originally do a bun in my daughter's hair, which ended up happening. My friend helped me with her hair, but I did not know what I was going to do to my hair because my sister was supposed to do that roller set, and my sister ended up not being able to. Obviously, you know, my sister was pregnant at the time, and I didn't fault her for that because I'm like, she's pregnant at the time, you know, and the people that were supposed to, you know, help her out so that she'd be kid free that day, so she could help me, they weren't reliable, so she couldn't do my hair. But that was okay though, because my friend was there, and she helped me kind of get the idea together. So I was like, I'm gonna do a bun in Amara's hair, but I got this bun thing here. Why don't I just do it in my hair? So we had to do a lot of slick backing and slicking up and slicking because my natural hair is very curly, kinky, and unruly. Okay, it's unruly up here. So, yeah, so we put my hair in a bun, did my edges, and girl, I was on there. I was put together. So, and if you're wondering where I got this from Walmart, the Walmart on Ridge Road on Day Drive up here, in Parma. They got some nice stuff, okay? They to go. I don't know who they stylists or whoever they sellers are now, but they to go. I done got a lot of my little bracelets here. Those are really cute. This watch. I done got a lot of the little stuff out of there. So get into it. But anywho, yeah, so my friend ended up helping me, and we came up with this bright idea to put the bun in my hair. So I put the bun in my hair, did my edges. I was looking fabulous, okay? Fabulous, all right? Thank you to God again for that, because I didn't know how my hair was acting so unruly. It was just like, you're just not going to listen. You're just not going to get right today. You're just not going to. So I don't know what to do with you. I just want to cut you right now. Just cut you right now. But a woman's hair is her glory. I keep wiping my nose because I'm allergic and I have allergies. So excuse that, okay? It's the time of year where that stuff just coming out. Just coming out the woodworks. But yeah, so she did my hair. Of course, Imani came. Why do I keep calling her Imani? That's probably her nickname, her middle name. Her name is Najee. So Najee came and she did my makeup for me, laid me out. My friend had already had my hair done, had my tiara and my little things in my hair. And all I had to do was go to the back, put on my dress, put on my veil. My family had came. They all gathered in the living room. We set it up really nice. And so, yeah, it was just really nice. Now, on to the other things that I was missing. A photographer. So I had a run-in with one of my friends. Well, a person that I considered a friend. Not necessarily a friend, but somebody I went to school with. She's a photographer. And I'm not going to knock her. She does really good work. I'm not going to mention her name. But we had a little misunderstanding about pricing and about the fact that you're an amateur and a photographer that was a professional told me a different price versus what you telling me. And it was just a whole back and forth thing. To this day, she has me blocked on Instagram. I don't know why it got to be so nasty. Black queens, we got to stick together. We can't keep tearing each other down, period. Point blank on that one. So I ended up not having a photographer. I had to go spend $120 and buy a camera. Yep. Go buy a camera from Walmart that I have luckily, my best friend's fiance, he shot our pictures for us. So we ended up buying our own camera and he shot our pictures for us. I also purchased a Event Live, kind of like little subscription. And they basically allowed me to have a live streaming service for people that I invited. Not like social media where everybody can see it. This was just for people that I invited to see, like family across the country to see. And so with me doing that, people were able to see my wedding because they couldn't be here, okay? And so, Dave, can you bring me some tissue, please, when you're ready? If you don't mind. But yeah, so my family in Chicago could see it. My family in Atlanta, everywhere, they could see it. So that was really beautiful. And I get to keep it. They send you a download in 24 hours after the event. And you can keep the video. So you can turn it into whatever you want, which I am still going to edit out my wedding video and make it real fancy so I can put it on a disc and send it to family members so they'll always have it as a Christmas gift this year. That's what I'm working on. That's a project I'm working on. So yeah, so I had that on top of him doing the photography for us. So whatever he missed, we already have a whole video of. So really was no point even having pictures because we already had a live streaming service. But yeah, so we ended up finding our pastor. That's the part I missed too. We found our officiant on Thumbtack, and we hired him because he seemed really genuine about what he was doing. Like he's been a pastor for 10 years, but he's been doing weddings 4 years after that. Like he's been doing weddings for 6 years. And so that's his passion. He loves to bring people together under God. And he said that to us. And I honestly, he was really a cool guy, really down to earth guy, very honest guy. So when we messaged him and talked to him on the phone, we found out that he really didn't want to be there personally because of COVID. And that it wasn't nothing towards us. It just, people don't want to catch corona, and I don't blame them. You can't get mad at somebody because they don't want to be in the same space as a whole lot of people. I mean, obviously, that's how the coronavirus comes across. So he said, you know what? I'll do it virtually for you guys, and I'll do it through Skype. Just scan in all your documents to me. Find a scanner that turns documents into PDF. And so that's what he did. That's what he told us to do, and that's what we did. We scanned in our marriage certificate to him, our marriage license, and he did all the paperwork for us, mailed it in. We are now officially legally married on paper, and in the courthouse, that is where our paperwork is at. So, yeah, you can get married virtually. For all you doubters out there, you can get married virtually. And what I mean by virtually is not a virtual game where you saying I do. A virtual wedding means that the person that is officiating you is virtually officiating you, but they have all your documents to send in because they are the people that's supposed to send it in. Anyways, you can't go and send in your own marriage license. That's illegal. It's up to your officiant or whoever marries you to sign that paper at the end after y'all sign it and send it over to the courts to be filed. Okay, so he did all of that for us, and we are grateful to Mr. Michael Watson. That is his name. I'm going to find his information and put that down in the description as well. But we are grateful to him for marrying us and just being a God-fearing man, because he could have just been like, you know what, I'm not even doing this. But that is his passion, and he does marry people. So if you think about getting married virtually, that's your guy, Michael Watson. Is it Watson or Easton? Easton Watson. If I got his name wrong, I'm sorry, Pastor Mike. I'm going to put his information down below. I'm not going to edit this part out because I make mistakes, and that's the natural part of life. Yeah, so that's who married us. And then we got our cake. We wanted to get our cake made from an actual, like a wedding cake. But we couldn't get it made the way we wanted it to be. So we ended up going with the sheet cake idea. I started searching like wedding sheet cakes on Pinterest, which is the GOAT. If you don't got a Pinterest account, you need to get one and download the app, okay? I started looking up there, and I found that there were some really beautiful sheet cakes. So I came up with this idea, since our colors were, we actually had different colors, but our cake was purple and green. So it was beautiful. It was really beautiful. I'm going to insert a picture of that too. It was really beautiful. And so we ended up going with a sheet cake. The girl made it exactly like the picture we had, and it was beautiful. It was just downright gorgeous. And it worked out good. It was a white cake, and it was delicious. By the way, Giant Eagle got some good cakes. It was delicious. And our food for our reception, my husband actually spent all night the night before cooking. So we had sockeye salmon, delicious. We had top of the line. We had filet mignon, marinated in peppers and wine sauce. Oh man, so good, with black wild rice. Okay, green beans with porcini mushrooms and peppers on them. We had the filet was the salmon, the sockeye salmon was just so good, and we got so many compliments off it from even our family members who've never known that Dave was a cook. They didn't try his food yet. Some of them hadn't, but some of them had. So they knew what they was in for. But he can cook. He can put his foot down in some food, okay? And so he cooked all our food, and we had wine and little soft drinks and stuff. it was delicious. The food was really good. So we did our first dance. We did most of the things that you would do at a regular wedding, but we didn't do the garter toss. I did toss a bouquet. Well, I didn't toss a bouquet, but I did toss like a flower piece, I tossed that. My sister Kiki caught it for the second time, so hopefully she married in the next year or so. Shout out to Kiki. I hope you married in the next year or so, because if not, you caught that bouquet for nothing, okay? I'm going to be praying that you caught it for something, that it wasn't in vain. But anyways, she caught the bouquet, and we did our first dance. I did a daughter dance with my baby Marmar, and it was just beautiful. I mean, honestly, a part of me was like, we should have had a big wedding. But then the other part of me was like, look at how people act even when it's small. Like, you know how you got them certain people in your family who just push your buttons and they think everything is about them. Yeah, we still had that even at a small wedding of 10 people. So imagine how it would have been if it had been more people, more drama, more chaos. So I'm glad that God allowed us to still get married in his presence. Because God definitely was there in this wedding. He was definitely there, and I'm grateful for the Lord blessing us in that way, that we got a chance to be married under his, ordinance and not ours, and not under no random judge that we don't know. So he allowed this to happen for us, and he allowed us not to get married at the courthouse, because that was not where we were supposed to get married at. So we are gratefully appreciative of the Lord for just seeing fit for us to be married and not to wait, because time is not on our side and was not on our side. So yeah, that's how we did that. It was none but the grace of God, because let me tell you, I forgot to mention that Dave, I remember I said I had ordered all this stuff, right? Well, the suspenders, we were not able to get them delivered because they're right around the corner from us at Kohl's. And so they wanted us to come pick them up. We waited too long to pick them up, and they ended up closing Kohl's down because it didn't go with the order of staying at home and no stores could be open, not even the curbside, unless it was a grocery store. So by them being a department store, they could not even give us the suspenders. So I still got to go back and get money for the suspenders because I never got them, which sucks. But yeah, and I ordered the wrong pants for him. I ordered khakis instead of dress pants. So, excuse me, he had to run into Target and get dress pants, which I still had to return them back. Now his shoes came, his shirts came, his shirt came, his shoes came, his bow tie came. But his suspenders, we didn't end up getting them because of the curbside option being closed. And then his daggone pants was the wrong kind of pants. So I got to turn them back in because I'm like, wow. Y'all see this right here? This is for my hair. This is from Greece. And that just sucked. So I still got to go get some money back from them. I got $40 of purchases that I need to return back. So I get my cash. Okay? Because homie don't play that. Yeah, so that's how we did that. We definitely had to do some searching on a lot of things, okay? Some people were not as fortunate as us. They were not able to go get their marriage license. Luckily, we got our marriage license before the world shut down, and that's how we got married. Like I said before, we found the scanner app to scan in our documents to send them to our pastor. We found our pastor on Thumbtack. And he was a pretty cool guy. Luckily, he was from Cleveland, so we could easily reach out to him and message him and talk to him through the whole process. He was really nice and very welcoming. Even offered us marriage counseling after the fact. So that was really nice. Again, we got our cake from Giant Ego. Our photographer was our homie, James. Shout out to James. Amani Shades is her name at Instagram. Her name is Najee, though. And she is my friend from school, and she did my makeup. My hair was done by me and my friend. My daughter's dress is the same as mine's, and I've had it for a little while, so she could still fit it. Her hair was also done by my friend. Shout out to Tara. And yeah, the decorations for my wedding. Also, my mother did my bouquet. She did David's boutonniere. She did Marmar's little bouquet. And she did all the little decorations that you might see in the video. So, I mean, I was greatly appreciative of everybody and everything happened. And that's how we got married during COVID-19. Now, was it easy? Obviously not, because we had a lot of hiccups, even with a small wedding. We had a lot of hiccups, but God was still glorified. Praise be to the Lord Yahweh. And on that note, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Listen, if you really want to get married and it's in your heart to get married, get married. Don't let nobody around you tell you what to do, okay? If God is in your ear telling you this person is the right person for you, do it. Because what can man do? Because half the time, the people that's telling you not to get married, they ain't happy with their own lives. Or they had a bad marriage, so they think you going to have one. You are not them. You are not your parents. You are not your friends. You are you. You are you, okay? I'm Zaria. I know who I am every time I look in the mirror, okay? And I know that I have flaws. But my husband loved me through those flaws and married me. So why sit back and wait? Okay, why continuously live with a person doing all these wifely things or doing all these husbandly things and not be their husband? You don't give your boyfriend husband privileges. You don't give your girlfriend wifely privileges. Stop going out. You know, it's okay to wine and dine your girlfriend every now and then, but stop buying diamond rings and diamond chains and stuff for her, right? When you have no intention to marry her, those are all the things you're supposed to be adorning your wife with. Those things you're supposed to be adorning your husband with. Those things. Don't just give somebody that you might be with a couple months and then you gone or they gone those types of things, because those things have value to them and they supposed to mean something when they given to the person. So if you don't mean what you say and don't mean what you doing, don't give it to them. Don't even pour into people that you can't see a future with. In the same way, don't keep giving up your body to somebody that don't deserve it, because everybody don't deserve you. Some people ain't worthy of you. And start looking at it as like that. Sometimes you got to be bougie, because some people don't deserve your time. Ain't worth your time. Ain't worth your energy, your breath. They not worth none of that. But if you find that person and they solid, they your dog, you can talk to them about anything. You know them on an intimate level. You know them on a physical level. They love the Lord. You need to marry them and they need to marry you, and they need to be that. But don't let family and don't let friends tell you what to do. Because they have to sign their closet ain't clean. They need to be like Eminem, cleaning out their closet, okay? I love y'all. And it's just like Rosario. And that's all you're going to get from me. All right? Peace.